Welcome to the Rolling Grill. Air fried barbecue ribs. Is it possible? Let's check it out right here on the Rolling Grill. Yeah, boy! All right, y'all, first things first, let's build a brine. Let's start with 2 cups of water. All right, next is a few tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. All right, let's add a little smokiness. Let's add some liquid smoke. We're gonna add 2 different liquid smokes. First one is the liquid hickory smoke. We're gonna add probably about 10 dashes of liquid hickory smoke. And then after that, we're gonna go and we're gonna add about 10 tablespoons or 10 dashes of applewood smoke if you can find it. If you can't, just leave it out. But this is gonna add an amazing smoky flavor and great taste to these ribs. All right, next up is salt. Any kind of salt you want. This happens to be sea salt. And you're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of salt to this mixture. All right, next up is Worcestershire sauce, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce to this marinade. All right, lastly is about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We're gonna add that in there, zip it up, shake it up, and we're on our way. All right, it's very important that you taste the mixture. You just want to make sure you got the right amount of salt, right amount of sugar, and everything is good to go. Then next step, let's get to the ribs. All right, what we have here is a baby back rib. I'm going to cut mine into 4 bone splits, keeping in mind that there's really 13 bones on this rib, so one of them will have an additional rib, which will make it 5 bones. So you'll have 4 bones, and then a 5 bone split. And the air fryer has 2 racks, so you should have plenty of room to put all the ribs in the air fryer. All right, next is to combine the 2. Let's take the baby back ribs, drop them off in the bag, and we'll seal that joker up, shake them up, and we're gonna let these sit in the refrigerator for about anywhere between 4 to 5 hours, and you'll be good to go. Press the air out, and in the fridge they go. All right, next up, we're gonna make a spicy garlic coleslaw. You can, of course, cut your own cabbage, or you can buy it from the store. At this time, I'm gonna add some pineapple powder. I don't have pineapple juice, so this is the next best thing, and I'm gonna use about a 1/4 cup. All right, combine the 2 together, put it in the refrigerator, allow it to rest, and we'll break it out when the ribs are done. All right, let's go ahead and get our cooking racks ready. We're gonna spray them both down with cooking spray just to make sure that we don't get anything sticky. All right, next step is to preheat the air fryer for 15 minutes at 300 degrees. You don't want to put cold meat in a cold air fryer, so remember, 300 degrees for 15 minutes. All right, we got our air fryer preheated. Now, next step. Now, this is totally optional. I'm going to place a sliced onion in the bottom of my air fryer in the drip pan. Now, whenever I cook on my grill or in my smoker, I always add onions to my charcoal, just so it can permeate that onion flavor into my meat. You don't have to do this. It's totally optional. All right, next up, let's get this thing loaded up with our ribs. Again, I got 2 racks. One rack I have, this rack right here is just the half of the rib that has 5 bones on it. And then the other 2 4-bone splits are gonna be on the second rack. One's going up high, one's going down low right above the onions. And we're gonna get this thing started, man. Ribs in the air fryer, y'all. Yeah, boy. All right, now that we have this air fryer loaded up, what we're gonna do is close it up 300 degrees for 40 minutes. And when it hits the 20-minute mark, I'm gonna switch the racks out and put the ribs from the top to the bottom and the ones from the bottom to the top. All right, these ribs will cook for about 20 minutes. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and swap them out. Like I said before, top ribs to the bottom, bottom ribs to the top. All right, our first 40 minutes of cook time is finished. Now it's time to take these ribs out and flip them over. Basically, we're gonna cook them an additional 40 minutes, bone side up. All right, now it's time to take these ribs out of here. Now it's time to wrap them up in foil. And all of them are going in one foil pouch. No need to add any moisture, no need to add any liquid. These ribs are plenty juicy, and you want to stack them all in one foil pouch. And we'll place these ribs, once they're foil wrapped, in the very bottom of this air fryer. All right, now we're gonna position these ribs on the bottom rack, and we're gonna cook these ribs in this foil pouch for an additional hour and 30 minutes. At the hour mark, you wanna check them. We're gonna run the temp at 325 degrees for an hour and a half. All right, an hour has passed. Let's go ahead and get these ribs checked. Really, I'm just checking to see how tender. I'm checking to make sure they break on the bone. Of course, I like my ribs tender, so I just wanna give them a quick check. Grab them with your tongue. See if they're breaking good enough. They're not breaking good enough for me, so I'm gonna leave them in here an additional 30 minutes. All right, y'all stay tuned. All right, it's been an hour and 30 minutes cook time. Let's take them out the full pouch. Let's see what we have. They smell real good, good steam on them. Oh yeah, these are good to go. They're already breaking apart. Good pull on that one. Yeah, we're good to go. Good break on this one. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take these out and go ahead and get them sauced up. All right, simple process. Find your favorite sauce, or if you like them without sauce, don't sauce them. But I'm gonna go ahead and sauce these up and put them back in here for an additional, 3 to 5 minutes just to cook that sauce in real nice. Kind of like you char grilling them on a regular charcoal grill. But man, they smell good. These gonna be fantastic, man. Make sure you sauce all 4 sides. All right, y'all, back in the fryer they go. Make sure you put them on the very top rack closest to the heat. All right, y'all, what we all been waiting for. Our ribs are done. Let's go ahead and plate up. This right here is our spicy garlic coleslaw. What you see in the back is just a linear line of sauce just to make the plate look pretty. All right, there you have it, air fried ribs. Thank y'all for joining me here at the Roll and Grill. And as always, good food, good vibes. Yeah, boy!